Honorable Chair, most learned panelists, and respected audience. First of all, I would like to convey my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers to invite me to the great occasion. Today is the World Environment Day, and this year the basic theme, the major theme is the land restoration, desertization, desertifications, and the drought resilience. We have already enjoyed two most important papers and through the very learned panelist from the university and Jahangirnagar University. So that I just added some points regarding our field experience as well as the some theory and practice about the existing scenario of the government. Actually, all of we know that the uh, degradation of the fertile land and the encroaching the desertifications threaten the foundation of the food security, biosecurity, and obviously the community resilience. And when we are talking about the food security vulnerability, we know that actually there is a three major component of food security. That is the excess availability and the utilizations. And definitely the most vulnerable segment of the society, the most poor people, the ethnic minority, the chart dwellers, the extreme slum dwellers, they are firstly victims for such types of the crisis. Because, but yeah, that is the very unfortunate that they are not actually creating such types of the problems, but finally they actually pay the highest amount of the loss for their life due to such types of the scenario. And why actually we know that one of the major reasons in Bangladesh, we know that, okay, that globally this situation is most vulnerable. But in case of Bangladesh, the situation, especially the desertifications of the land and one of the major reasons is that we are not yet planned about how to use our groundwater so that the countries actually unplanned the different types of the use of our groundwater, our topsoil management, and many others that finally creating a lot of crisis. All of we know that there is a two crisis. We are talking about okay that the yes the sustainable agriculture, but we every year we lost on an average 1% of land due to uh, the brick field and as well as the rapid urbanizations. When we are talking about the sustainable agriculture, that is nothing. If after 50 years we have no the cultivable land within this country, so that is the high time. We lost our land, we lost our groundwater, we lost our top soil. Even we actually lost our river also. So the land grabbers, the river grabbers, and many others. And without consideration the environmental assessment, today is the seminar. Most of the students and the respectable audience, they are the environmental science related, their backgrounds. Very unfortunately, the government has, there is a very good design, the good policy level, actually circular, and many others. Okay, if you set up any industry or any large scale of the project, it must be considering under the environmental assessment. But in a reality at the field, there is a lot of gap in between the policy and the implications, and without considering the any environmental assessment, many mega project has already done within this country, and finally we are severely suffering. And very unfortunately, some of the mega project actually we know that that is actually from the top level. For example, two mega project of this country finally we lost a lot of our biodiversity. One is the Cholon bill without considering the biodiversity, without considering the environmental issues. We just developed a road within the and a barriers in the Cholon bill, and we experienced our lot of losses in the Cholon bill, but we never considered this experience. We again constructed the road in the Howrah area. And that is actually the reality and the pain of this country, we are not actually considering our future nations and future people. And especially we know that the High Court have already they have given a directions that all brick field must be closed within 2020. Now that is extended to 2025, and we have already trying to develop. In case of our organization ESDO, we have also expanding the different types of the eco-friendly construction materials, but not yet. You know that a lot of brick field has been continuing, the manual brick fields. They are not only losing the topsoil, they are also losing our forest, they are also losing our trees and many other things. And everybody we know that government is the largest procurement of the brick. So that firstly, government must be needed to stop such types of the offense. And other than such types of the scenario never be changes. Yes, we are needed the sustainable agriculture, we are needed the soil health, we are needed the better options of our futures. And so that actually nowadays, what can we do? We can create a larger, a bigger social movement. Because yes, we have some very good example in some cases. But need to the expanding this good example. For example, the integrated water resource management, for example, the rainwater harvesting, the optimum uses of the groundwater, improve sustainable agriculture, soil testing, reducing pesticides and others. Our respected panelist has already mentioned this. So that my point is that we need the strong nationwide social movement against the land degradation, desertification, and specific action against the river gravers, the land gravers, the forest gravers, and our respected, our very favorite, the young force, the students in there. Such types of the revolution the movement must become from the students. And when all students and the positive will force in combinations jointly try to save our art, save our country, then definitely we actually able to create more better scenario, more improvement, and a sustainable livelihood for all of us. I just conclude my speech in here, and I again convey my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers, especially Jamal sir, who actually invited me. And I think that is the most time-fitting and realistic webinar. And such types of webinar need to directly to not only the Department of Environmental Science, it need to expanding in all colleges, educational institutions, and transform as a community movement, social movement for our better future. Thank you.